Hi everyone, I'm Kelsey and welcome back to my channel, Connecting with Spirit. So in today's video, I am following along in my Connecting with the Animal Kingdom series. I'm going to be connecting in with the energy of reindeer today. So I connected in with reindeers a couple of days ago just to get a few messages and also to become attuned and energetically prepared to the energy so I could bring through this channeling for you today. So I'm just going to go over the information that I got. So again, reindeers asked me just to kind of have a look at what their population is like on Earth right now. So they're also known as caribou. And they're primarily found in like Greenland, Scandinavia, Russia, Alaska, Canada, those sorts of places on Earth. And according to, well, the internet, although there is some discrepancies in the numbers, it was around, their population is around 2.9 million, and this includes wild and domesticated reindeer right now on Earth. But like I said, there are some discrepancies. I did see several different figures, so who knows, but I would say I would take it around 3 million, let's say, to be in between the figures that I have seen. So this is population is declining. It was probably 5 million a few years ago, so the population is declining, although it seems quite high right now. It seems to be declining anyway. Certainly those reindeer or caribou that are in the wild, they're on the decline. So the reindeer, the messages that they gave me were that they were about taking a stand against illusions that were created through manipulation. They are code keepers for freedom from illusions, and they are pretty much like defense or protection against illusions that are being cast. And they gave me the word like spells, being under a spell. So you looking at illusions in terms of a spell being cast and you being under a spell, kind of being manipulated, your perspective being manipulated. So you're thinking one thing, but it's not actually the truth. It's an illusion that's been weaved around you. And reindeers are all about piercing the veil of that illusion. And I was really drawn to, when I saw kind of like a vision of the reindeer energy, I was really drawn to their antlers. And to me, it was their antlers that were about piercing that veil of illusion, so you could so that veil could be lifted and you could actually see the truth instead of that illusion, that spell that had been weaved around you. And today it seems like I will be doing a channeling to pierce the veil of illusion and to free you from any and all illusions that have been put on you, any sort of spells that have been weaved around you, so that you can see the truth, so you can see clearly what the true reality is. So yeah, it most definitely sounds like it's going to be a really interesting one. So I'm just gonna jump right in as I usually do, and we'll see what happens. And that's all I have, that it's just about being free from illusions and piercing the veil of illusions so that you can see the truth clearly. Okay, so if this sounds like something you'd like to receive, please do give your permission in whatever way feels comfortable for you. Thank you. I'm just going to ask my healing team of light to connect me in to all those souls who have given their permission for me to connect into their energy so that they can receive this healing from me now and in the future. Please and thank you very much, my healing team of light. also, I'm going to call in all of your healing teams of light as well, calling in all of your healing teams of light, calling in all of your healing teams of light. And I'm just going to ask them to activate a sacred healing space around all of us now energetically. So I usually always see us in a circle, all of us, and then a lattice dome going over top. Usually I see the lattice dome as like gold or silver. Sometimes rose gold comes in, but this one I'm seeing is green, which is very interesting, like an emerald green, a healing green, around the heart chakra, that sort of a green, as coming in around us all and then anchoring in. Excuse me. So I'm seeing the reindeers coming in, and I'm really drawn to just call them caribou. And there's this very much indigenous energy. I think I had read that they were important to indigenous people around those locations where they are. I'm feeling that really strongly, that indigenous energy and connection. So if I say caribou, please do know that I mean reindeer, but it is that word caribou just keeps coming in. So the caribou are coming in really strongly, and I feel like they're putting in protection around all of us now as we sit in circle enclosed by this lattice green dome. And I just see the caribou around the outside, and it's almost like they're bowing down with their antlers, and they're doing some sort of weaving is the word I'm hearing, protection around all of us now. And it's something to do with their antlers. Again, I'm seeing, so this is just your opportunity to connect into the energy of reindeer, of caribou, and to see what you can sense with your psychic senses. As we sit in circle, as the caribou activate a protection around us all now. It does feel very earthy, it feels very grounded. There's that earth energy coming in as well. Very strong. Earthy sort of energy support from the earth. Grounded sort of energy. So I'm seeing one caribou reindeer step forward, has huge, absolutely huge antlers. They're male. I don't know, I know you call a deer a stag, but I don't know if it's the same for reindeer, but it is that stag, that male reindeer vibe right now. Feeling like he's the elder. An elder caribou, an elder reindeer, and he's just standing in the middle of the circle, and we're surrounding him, and the other caribou are outside the circle, as standing around us with their bent and their antlers down, as this I want to say like indigenous elder, this elder caribou stands in the middle. Just really drawn to his absolutely beautiful antlers. And he's huge. Absolutely huge. Bigger than normal. Bigger certainly than any of the other reindeer that are encircling us right now. And just really wise elder energy. I'm hearing that sort of like medicine man vibe as well, so quite similar in a way to the baboon, but different energy. It just feels a lot more earthy, a lot more grounded, this caribou energy of this, again, I want to say indigenous elder. Okay, so I'm hearing this in elder reindeer, this elder caribou is going to anoint each and every one of you. Feeling like it's going to be on your forehead, but it could be other places. And this is an initiation of kind of like a start of your journey to enable you to pierce through those veils of your illusion. It's an initiation into that. So you might feel or see or sense or be aware of this elder caribou approaching you, and it feels very much like his snout. I'm seeing his nose. You might even feel some breeze as he kind of like blows on you and anoints you here on the third eye. Also seeing that he might put his snout here on your head, there at the crown chakra at the very top of your head, and also your heart chakra I'm hearing. And then it feels like something in your solar plexus and your sacral, and then down at your feet. And he's going to do this for everyone here present in the circle. So again, just an opportunity to tune in and see what you can sense with your psychic senses as you are anointed and initiated by Caribou today, to free yourself from any and all veils of illusion so that you may see the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Thank you. Okay, so now that anointing has taken place, I'm going to bring us through a grounding, and we'll see what comes through as we move through the chakras. So I'm going to bring down this beautiful reindeer energy from source. I'm seeing it as blue, a bright blue, sort of like I'm hearing a silvery blue, aquamarine, sort of silvery blue color. This is caribou, reindeer energy, moving down into your stellar gateway chakra. Opening and activating your stellar gateway chakra to caribou energy, reindeer energy, to free you from the veil of illusions. So there's something here in relation to like galactic energies, a veil that has been put around Earth. I'm hearing the words to entrap, to disconnect us from our galactic origins, from our starseed heritage. That's what it feels like. It's like Earth has been cut off from the galactics, let's say. Like there's a number of different star nations. Earth is one of them, but it's like we don't know. We've forgotten that we've been shrouded in illusion. Like we've been cut off from the rest of the galaxy, the universe, the galactic energies, the other star nations type thing. Is what it's feeling like. So there is some work being done here on your stellar gateway chakra, to help you see through those illusions and to enable you to reconnect with that galactic energy, galactic origins. Yeah, the other star nations. So you might feel it's quite strong energy. I feel it coming right down to the chakras, in the throat as well. So I'm just getting the feeling like this is going to be a process. So it's almost like the door to this sort of stuff and information is cracking open. It's not like the door is just going to be totally wide open, blown open type thing, and you're going to be flooded with all this information, and the veils are just going to come off right, left, right, and center, and you're going to be shocked and horrified by all this information and stuff like that. It doesn't feel like that. It feels very slow. It feels very gradual. It's going to be different for everyone, of course, depending on where you are and what illusions are going to be removed for you. And it just feels like the door is being cracked open. So it's like you're piercing that veil slowly at a pace that's best for you. So you're not going to be overwhelmed or overloaded with that information. There will be time for you to process. So it's kind of like that veil is slowly going to be peeled back, and you'll see what it is that you need to see. You'll have time to process, to let that sink in, and then maybe the veil will be pulled back a little bit more, and then the same process happens over and over again. That's what it's kind of feeling like, that it's a process and it's a journey. I'm hearing this freeing yourself from illusions and piercing through that veil and coming to know the truth. And it's unbelievably powerful, is just what I'm feeling as well. Really strong truth energy as well. I always see the blue. When the blue comes in, it's very much in alignment with truth. Archangel Michael sort of energy as well. And that's why I'm feeling it strongly in the throat chakra, because I would associate the throat chakra to be one of truth as well. Okay. So as this beautiful caribou energy moves down into your soul star chakra, opening and activating your soul star to, I'm hearing, truth, and also freeing you from any illusions. So some clearing happening there in the soul star. Excuse me. As this beautiful bluey silver aquamarine energy travels down into your crown chakra, opening and activating your crown to truth and being free from illusions. As the energy continues to flow down into your third eye chakra, opening and activating your third eye to truth and freedom from illusion. So something here in the third eye, it's almost like a veil has been placed on your psychic senses. To me, it always looks like a gauzy cloth, or you know those blinds that you put up on the window, and they're not exactly, they're a little bit see-through, but you can't see through them fully. It kind of always looks like that for me, where it's just not clear. Kind of feels like that has been placed over your third eye, your psychic senses, so that you can see the truth. You can't see past this veil. You can't see reality, how it's really is, type thing. And it's like the caribou is slowly I can see the curtain, you know, they're slowly pulling back the curtain there around your third eye. So now it's a metaphor. It'll take time. It's a process. Like I said, it's cracking that door open. But it's restoring your psychic sight, I'm hearing, so that you can pierce through the veils of illusions and see the truth for yourself. For some of you, it feels like this was deliberately done. A spell was cast, a curse was initiated, placed on you to dampen your psychic senses deliberately. It's almost feeling like to handicap you type thing, so that you weren't operating at your full power, your full potential. So Caribou is working to remove and lift any curses that have been placed on you in relation to your third eye and your psychic senses. And I'm going to bring through some Caribou light language for this in order to break you free from any of those curses. I'm seeing like chains that have been placed upon you. So my light language always comes through as tones. So it's kind of like a sound healing, and all you need to do is breathe and receive and basically tune into yourself and see what you can feel or sense as you receive this light language from Caribou. invite you to take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. So quite a strong angelic presence coming in for this, as well as I'm seeing the angels lift away those chains that we have broken through that light language from Caribou to free you from any curses placed on you that are stopping you, preventing you from seeing the truth. As I was bringing it through the light language, I very much feel it in the head, almost like a beginning of a headache type feeling. Still kind of feeling remnants of it now as that energy sinks in pretty much and integrates into your system. So in case you're feeling that, and then at one point at the last note, I could feel the energy come straight down through your chakra, your channel system as well. So just to be aware of that if you felt that or something different. So I'm just being asked to pause here for a minute. To give you a breather and to allow those light codes, those tones to really sink in. Okay, as we continue to bring down this beautiful reindeer energy, silvery blue, aquamarine, into the throat chakra, opening and activating the throat to truth. The Irish accent is coming out, the TH. Truth. And being free from illusion. So the energy feeling really strongly around the throat chakra. Some of you are receiving an activation for truth here with this, which is basically the energy or the vibration of truth is being activated within your energetic being so that you vibrate at that frequency of truth and hold the energy of truth within you. And the idea is, if you're vibrating of truth and you hold the energy of truth, you're going to attract truth to you, because one of the laws of this universe is the law of attraction. Like attracts like. So if you're vibrating at that resonance of truth, that frequency of truth, you're going to attract that energy of truth to you. And receive truthful information. See the truth of reality or this world. So you might be aware of them working there on your throat chakra, feeling it, also feeling it very strongly on the crown, almost like a heaviness, as the energy is really strong. As the energy continues to move down into your heart, your higher heart and your heart chakra, opening up your heart, your higher heart and your heart chakra to truth and freeing you from the veil of illusion. Excuse me, some clearing happening here. Excuse me, a lot of clearing happening here. I'm hearing any blocks that you might have to truth. Just some clearing happening there in the heart, but I'm also feeling a connection with the third eye as well. So I'm also hearing there's some sort of heart expansion happening here as well, to enable you to see the truth, accept the truth, hold the truth. And you also might be feeling that weird heaviness up in your head, like in your brain almost. It feels like some rewiring happening in your brain. I'm just getting the analogy almost like in a computer where you download like a new system type thing. It's almost like that, where you're being upgraded in that sort of sense. Like an app needing to be upgraded, you're getting a new version of that app type thing. That's the analogy that they're giving me. And it's really deep work at that biological level, cellular level, I'm hearing, and also DNA. So it's very, very deep. For some of you, I'm just like seeing a double helix in my mind's eye, that you might be receiving a DNA activation with this healing as well, for truth. So this is where dormant parts of your DNA, parts of your DNA are dormant right now, and this energy is going to activate those parts that have been dormant. It's what I'm hearing that scientists would refer to as junk DNA. It's not junk at all, it's just dormant and needs to be reawakened. Yeah, I'm getting this weird feeling that the junk DNA was purposely made dormant for whatever reason, whatever the case may be, that there was some sort of restrictions placed on human DNA, that parts of the genome or the DNA, it was like restricted, it was made dormant on purpose. It's just that feeling that it's been done deliberately. And for some of you, This is a wake up call. Those parts are being reawakened within you. And something about being able to reach your full potential as these DNA parts become active and reawakened within you. As you like step into the human that you're supposed to be. You know, it's not harbored by any sort of blocks on the DNA, or the DNA being dormant, or psychic senses being blocked, or things like that. It's a human being without those restraints that have been placed on humans to kind of keep us small, to keep our gifts locked, to keep our potential. So I'm seeing like a box. We've been like locked in a box and we're trapped in there and we're trying to get out. It's more sort of feels like it's a process again, that this box is being unlocked and you're going to go on a journey to reaching your full potential. And in order to do that, you need to be aware of all those impediments that have been placed within you, on you, around you. And it's like you're going to move through all those blocks and obstacles, uncover them, lift those veils off you, remove those blocks, all this sort of stuff, in order to fully step into the energy of your DNA that you were meant to be and always were meant to be. And this is like huge, huge. So you might feel this energy coming in for you now, working on that really deep level, that DNA level. So I'm hearing, because we're working at the cellular level and also the DNA level, that you might experience some physical symptoms with this DNA activation, as that your DNA, or parts of your DNA that have been dormant, are now reawoken. So you might have what you might refer to as like physical ascension symptoms. So I'm hearing headaches. I'm hearing some sort of like detox sort of symptoms. So like an ascension flu, sinuses clearing out. Maybe you're sweating a lot, or you just smell a lot because there's lots of things being cleared out for you. You might be coughing up phlegm, or just like excreting things, diarrhea, or just going to the bathroom a lot. So drinking a lot of water, and then you're having your systems being flushed out that way. But it can also look like more extreme detox symptoms, such as purging, so vomiting, and diarrhea, like I said, as your body just clears out itself on that physical level to match the energy and also the DNA that's being activated within you. So I'm also being drawn to make you aware of this, and also if this is you and you're finding it difficult to cope with these symptoms, to ask your healing teams of light, to ask Caribou, Reindeers to help you with this process. Also hearing drinking water, also about the quality of your water, and if you can bless your water as well, that will help with the process. Getting out into nature, sitting beside a tree, getting your bare feet on the ground to help you ground, and Mother Earth Gaia is also there for your support, and to asking your healing team of light and Caribou for help and assistance in order to help you integrate these new energies that you now find yourself receiving. So it's also very much on a heart level. I'm hearing. As caribou's energy, reindeer energy, moves down your shoulders, arms, and into the palms of your hands, opening and activating your palm chakras to truth and freedom from illusions. Just hearing the words being manipulated into believing things that are not true. Seeing like webs being woven that have been woven around you. Spells, illusions. So you don't see the truth of reality. You see what whoever this is that's weaving these webs wants you to see. So you're under that spell, that illusion, that you're being manipulated and controlled, I'm hearing. So seeing caribou coming in, particularly this elder caribou reindeer, and it's using its antlers, and it's like lifting those webs, almost seems like cobwebs, from you in your energy field and around your chakras, I'm hearing. Whew. Feels better, feels a lot more freer. I'm seeing shackles on your wrists. So some form of entrapment. A curse, I'm hearing. So there's some more light language going to come through now to break you free from these shackles, this curse of illusion. It feels like of control and manipulation. It is in connection with that sort of like web energy that the caribou's removed. So I'm just going to bring through this light language now to release you from these shackles, energetic cuffs. And again, I would invite you to take 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. So really felt that strongly down the back of the body, almost like this trickling down the back of the head, the spine. I'm feeling in the throat chakra, and I also saw those shackles being broken off you and the angels taking them away to transmute. And the energy is feeling a bit more lighter, a bit more brighter, a bit more free. As this beautiful reindeer energy continues to move down into your solar plexus chakra, opening and activating your solar plexus to truth and freedom from illusion. So there's something here about taking back your power in your power center, your solar plexus chakra. This power center, I'm hearing it's being activated to help you pierce through the veil and see through those illusions, to see the truth for yourself, to stand in your power. Because there's something here about you can't like make informed decisions. You can't give your consent properly if the truth is being kept from you, but you don't have the full picture, you don't have the full facts. Therefore, you cannot make an informed decision, or you cannot give your consent properly, which is all to do with power and you having the ability to choose. When you're not giving all the information, when you're not seeing the truth, you can't make those informed decisions properly because you don't have the proper facts, you don't have the truth. So there's that sort of energy around here. Some healing energy coming in here as well with reindeer. Also feeling the angels and dragon energy, unicorn energy, fairy energy, that elemental, very much elemental energy coming in. Some repair work happening on the solar plexus chakra as well. It's around to do with informed consent, because you're not properly informed. So quite strong energy. You might kind of feel like your abdomen is expanding or kind of a little bit distended, almost like bloated. Also feeling it really strongly in the throat chakra as well, extending up into the crown and even further. Excuse me, clearing happening in the I was going to say third eye, but it's I think it is the third eye, but also your power center, solar plexus chakra, being linked here. Might be feeling it in the back of the neck, primarily where your spine kind of meets the base of your skull, and also just down your shoulders, near your shoulder blades, that sort of area as well. So there's something here about an invocation to like revoke any sort of consent that you might have given when you didn't know what it was you were consenting to, or you didn't have all the facts because you were manipulated, you were controlled, or that illusion was placed upon you, so you couldn't really see the truth. So you gave permission for certain things to happen when you didn't know any better, you didn't see what you were consenting to really. So I'm just hearing you have the opportunity to revoke any consent that you might have given previously. If you want to say that out loud or in your mind's eye, feel free to do that if that feels right for you. So I'm also getting the feeling like this is from the angels, that they're removing you. It feels like from contracts or bindings or promises or vows that you might have taken when you weren't properly informed and you gave your consent. Because there's just a big issue here. Can you really give informed consent? Can you really give your consent when you don't have all the information? The true information, that sort of feeling. And then that energy of being violated is what I'm hearing as a result, because it wasn't informed consent. Some energy of like feeling taken advantage of, used and abused, abuse of your power, just coming up to be cleared here in the solar plexus chakra. Maybe you were manipulated into doing something that you didn't want to do, but you felt like you had no choice, so you just went along with it. This sort of thing. Or you had to do it because it was the only way that you could see to survive. Had energy also coming in as well. So a lot of clearing here, a lot of healing coming in, and repairs I'm hearing, as some wounds were inflicted around this consent not being informed consent. And this is at a really deep level as well. I'm feeling past life energy. Ancestral sort of stuff as well, and also in this life, childhood. primarily, but also to do with this world and opting into things that you might not really know what it is that you're opting into, because the truth has been kept from you. So the example I'm hearing, which might be controversial, is voting. I'm hearing. And it's like the voting system is touted as being democratic and that your vote matters and you can have a say and things like this, when it's actually not the case. It does feel like there's very much veils of illusions, things hidden, where things are rigged, and it's not like you're giving your vote matters. It's pretty much like the decisions have already been made regardless of what you vote, is what I'm hearing, which is might be controversial. And then a matter of it being built on dark energy with malevolent intentions. So you're giving it energy, you're giving it attention, and you're feeding a dark energy vortex, which you may or may not be aware of. So you don't have the consent, you don't know what you're giving your energy to, type thing. You might know that that's the case. So it's kind of like becoming aware of those veils of illusions and realizing where you're giving your energy to, that it might not be into something that's for the best interests of wherever it is that you're from. Because governments are supposed to be for the people, when a lot of the times that's not the case. Because they did want me to bring up this subject earlier, and I was like, oh, I don't know, this is controversial for me to say it, but it must be because you're on this wavelength. But I am hearing the example of COVID with the lockdowns. That was not in the best interests of the people. It was in best interests of other energies behind that. And this is the example that they're bringing up for you now to be made aware of. These are the sort of examples where they're trying to get your attention to this caribou energy, this reindeer energy. I was going to say rainbow. Reindeer energy. So rainbow energy, interesting. I always feel that as like unity consciousness coming in to become aware of that consent piece. That you might not be giving your energy to something that is what it says it is. That there might be an illusion being weaved around it, like voting, like the COVID sort of stuff, where it's done for your safety, your protection, but that's not the case. This sort of stuff. So again, another sort of example where an illusion, a spell has been weaved, your perspective is being manipulated. It's kind of like where someone puts up a false front, where they're really nice, they seem really caring, empathetic, but that's not who they really are at their core. They're doing it to manipulate you into believing that they are really nice, that they're caring, they're empathetic, they have your best interests at heart. But that, again, is not the case. You're just being manipulated and controlled. And they're weaving a spell. They're creating an illusion for you to buy into that perspective, when that is not who they really are. I'm also hearing, again, oh my goodness, this is a tough one, about certain charities not being who they say they are, that they might stand for like protecting children, and that's not what they're doing. They're doing the total opposite. So some really hard-hitting, hard truths here with this reindeer energy. They do not hold back the truth. The truth can be sometimes hard to hear, but it's only because you're piercing through that veil of illusion that has been cast around you, and that ultimately the truth will set you free. Okay. As this energy continues down to your sacral chakra, opening and activating your sacral to the truth and to freedom from illusion. Hearing there's also a veil around the truth of your emotions, so they're doing some unveiling around that. And you beginning to wake up to the truth of your emotions as a guidance system, I'm hearing, as sources of information, as truth, because energy cannot lie. Emotions are energy, and they usually have a message for you. They are usually, there's some sort of information that they have to tell you. So it's about tuning in to your emotions and listening to what it is that they want to say, that the information they're trying to get across to you, because it's valuable pieces of information that you need to know, which will tell you about the truth of the situation, about your feelings, and then energy coming from other people. As this energy continues to move down into your root chakra, opening and activating your root to the truth and to freeing yourself from illusion. So some clearing happening in the root. A lot of clearing happening in the root. So it's almost like, because I'm feeling like, my goodness, this truth energy is really hard hitting. Like it's just really not blunt per se, but sometimes the truth can be hard to accept, this sort of energy. Where you're being hit with truth bombs, you're being hit with home truths. So there is a bit of energy of kind of like denial, which might be your first instinct, which is like a protection for you. This can sometimes happen where you see the truth or someone says the truth, but you go straight away into denial in order to protect yourself from fully accepting that truth. Because if you fully accept that truth, it might mean you have to reevaluate a few things, which could be painful. So it is a defense mechanism on your part to protect you, to be aware that that might come up. to acknowledge that energy of denial. And it feels like it's a process to work through in order to come to that acceptance of truth and to be gentle with yourself. Also a feeling of like rejection, that you might just outright reject it. Again, that sort of defense mechanism to protect yourself, to just be aware. And it also feels like spirit and indeed the reindeer energy. It's like they'll show you the truth. Maybe you have been asking for the truth about certain situations or the world or relationships or whatever the case may be. And it's like spirit will pull back the veil and you will see that situation, person, or the world event. You'll see that truth, and you might go into that denial or that rejection, that defense mechanism, and that's okay. They will keep presenting that truthful information to you until you get to that point where there's no defense mechanism, that truth just sinks in and you can accept it. Because as I said, it's like a process that you might have to go through, working through those feelings, denial, rejection, or whatever it is, until you can get to that stage where they pull back the veil, you see the truth, and you're like, okay, yeah, I can accept this now. And it just feels like it's at a really foundational level that you might receive. I'm hearing like truth bombs might be revealed to you that might shock you at that foundational level, where it's just so big that it pretty much blows what you have known to be true your whole life in some cases out of the water. It blows those foundations into smithereens, and you're left in this situation where you have to re-examine all the things that you thought were true and evaluate and pick up all the pieces and say, is this true? Do I accept this true as truth now, or is this a lie that I've been fed, type thing? And you are rebuilding your foundations now based on truth, because you've basically blown those illusions to smithereens pretty much, but it affects you at a very deep foundational level. So this is really, really tough stuff. This is really tough energy to work through, to come to terms with. So I'm just going to ask all the energies here present to help you with this, because it's like you're building yourself from scratch when you get that piece of information, that truth energy, and it just sets off a chain of events. It blows what you thought to be true for a very long time. It blows it to smithereens, and then you're just left in this wreckage, this rubble that is your life, with one piece of information that has just absolutely changed everything, and you're left to reevaluate everything. And then it's up to you. So this is, while it can feel like Kali energy, everything has just been destroyed and you're just left there in the wreckage, it is also really empowering, because it means that you get to decide now what you're rebuilding. You get to pick up those pieces and examine and ask yourself, is this true or is this false, and do I want this in my life or in my energy field now? So it is empowering that way, while also being devastating. So I am going to ask for absolutely huge support from the spiritual realm, and indeed if you need someone in the physical, whether it be a mentor, a healer, a doctor, psychiatrist, a partner, or whoever it might be to support you during this process, to help you, to be a shoulder to cry on, to just give you that emotional, physical, spiritual, mental support, whatever it is that you need, that those energies be brought in for you now, so that you have that support behind you, around you, in order to be able to do this and walk this path and go through this process, because it's not an easy one at all. And this is not to scare you or anything like that. It is more to prepare you and to make you aware of what could happen. It's not for everybody, but just putting it out there to prepare you and make you aware. So I see the energy coming into your root chakra a lot, like a lot of pinks and greens coming in for healing, for support, for whatever it is that you might need. Now, for some of you, might currently be going through something like this. For others of you, it might happen in the future, and for others of you, again, it might not. It just depends on where you're at. I guess what your soul is wanting, what you've been asking, like what sort of level you're going to be taking this through, how much truth you want to see. That's up to you. That's your decision. That's based on your intention. So it's going to be different for everyone, because everyone is walking their own unique path to varying degrees. As this energy continues to move down into your knee chakras, opening and activating your knees to truth and freeing you from illusions. So support energy coming in for the knees, enabling you to see truth, and then also some energy being removed around the knees, being cleared, transmuted. It's around illusion around not being able to stand on your own 2 feet, and sovereignty, illusions around sovereignty. It's also connected into your feet chakras. We're going to bring down the energy into your feet chakras and open and activate your feet to truth and freedom from illusion. So also seeing some like illusions around your path. It almost feels like there's been illusions creating to say that no, you can only walk this path and you have to do things a certain way, and this is the only way that you can do them, when that's not true. That there are multiple paths. I'm seeing multiple different ways that you can go about doing this thing that you want to do, or this way that you want to move forward, that there are different ways of doing things. It doesn't necessarily have to be the mainstream way or the way that's been touted, the way that kind of the media I'm hearing or the world tells you it needs to be done, that it can be done in a different way. So it feels like there are some illusions that are going to be revealed to you in relation to that. And if this is the case, that different paths might open up for you, where you feel like you can do the thing that you're meant to be doing or want to be doing in a different way that looks totally different to what anybody else is doing or saying. And that you can walk that path if it looks different, completely different to everybody else. There's also a piece here about going into your heart and following the path of your heart. And if it's a way that your heart is saying, and you know and believe it in your heart that you can do this thing in this different way, to follow that, to trust that, because your heart holds its own wisdom and is also a direct link into your soul and your higher self. So that information is coming from that sort of energy. So I do believe anything that comes from your heart can be done, most certainly. And there is a lot of support from you, from spirit, from the universe, from God, prime creator, or whatever sort of energies that you like to call these energies, for you to do this, to walk that path, to walk it in the way that feels best for you, even if it looks completely different to what everybody else is doing. So coming down into the Earth Star chakra, opening and activating your Earth Star to truth, freeing yourself from illusions. I am feeling like there is some illusions around money in this chakra, that they are going to be revealed to you. Also hearing about illusions to do with health and wealth coming up too. That you're becoming aware of those and piercing those veils and those spells that have been woven. I was going to say weaved or woven around you to get you to believe a certain thing to be true when it's not. So some clearing happening there. Also hearing some beliefs that you might have that are embedded in you. I'm hearing that they are your current operating system, but they are also not true. Where you've been like programmed by someone else growing up, or by society, or even indeed culture, where it's not true. Again, it's an illusion. I'm becoming aware of what those beliefs are, having a look at what they are, and deciding for yourself if that's something you want to believe now, knowing the information that you do know now, like the truth, or if it's something that you want to let go of and pre-program yourself with a more truthful belief, that is within your power to do so. And you get to choose. You get to decide. But again, you can't make that informed decision if the truth has been kept from you, if you have been just seeing these illusions. So that's why it's really important that you are giving all that information first and foremost, so then you can make an informed decision on what to do. Seems to be a huge theme coming up right now in this. So as the energy continues to spiral down in through the different levels and layers of the earth, I'm hearing there is some sort of illusions around the grids on earth that's going to be revealed for some of you, if you've been asking for that, what the truth is around that. Also hearing around crystals as well. Some new information to come to light around crystals, illusions to be lifted. And also the truth of Earth, feeling something along the lines of like how it came to be, and also its age, something along those lines as well. And Earth's purpose, Earth's destiny, and Mother Earth herself, as this grounding cord of beautiful reindeer energy is, I'm just going to ask for permission for that to be plugged into the heart of Mother Earth Gaia, where each and every one of you is plugged in separately and independently from one another. Ooh, strong. And I'm going to call in the energy of Mother Earth Gaia, calling in the energy of Mother Earth Gaia, calling in the energy of Mother Earth Gaia, and asking Gaia to ground, earth, anchor, connect, and align you to her fully and completely now, please, as much as you can be at this time, and fully embodied as well. Please, Gaia, as much as you can be at this time too. So it does feel like Gaia is also really supportive of those veils of illusions being thrown off you or lifted off you. And she's coming in to help with that as well. So there is some sort of illusion energy around animals also that's been hidden. So for some of you, coming to see the truth around that. And I do have, again, I haven't been hearing the word reindeer this entire thing. I just keep hearing caribou, caribou, caribou. And it's like the elder caribou coming forward. And for some of you, it is an invitation to connect with this energy going forward. Some of you, you might be unaware. You might already have a spirit animal guide that is a reindeer, that is a caribou, and you might be unaware that that is the case. Or for some of you, it feels like now it's like an initiation or like an activation where you become aware that one of your spirit animal guides is a reindeer, is a caribou, and they're going to make that their presence known to you. They're going to make that connection with you. Now it feels like. So I'm just being guided, if you haven't closed your eyes, to invite you to close them if that feels comfortable. And I'm just seeing a door in front of all of us now. I'm hearing it leads to the tundra. So just taking a few seconds just to visualize the door in front of you and become aware of what it looks like. So mine, I'm seeing a wooden door and then a stone arch above it. And you're being invited to just connect in with yourself, to see how it feels if you were to open this door and go through it. So this is an invitation to connect with caribou on a deeper level, to invite it in as a spirit animal guide for you. So just going into your heart and seeing if this is something that you would like for yourself. Depending on what the answer is, staying put or going forward and opening up that door for yourself. Stepping through and just seeing where you find yourself. As I am feeling that sort of very much Alaska, Greenland, where there's just a lot of snow, there's hardly any vegetation, and I'm seeing 3 caribou. Again, one is the elder caribou, and then there's 2 other smaller ones standing behind him. And 3 is the number of truth, the power of 3. And I feel like your caribou guide is going to step forward to start this process. I just keep hearing like an initiation. An initiation is coming in strongly with this guide, this new spirit guide that you are becoming aware of, connecting with. I can see caribou like nuzzling my hand, so you might see something similar, just your opportunity to connect in and see what happens with your caribou makes its presence known to you, to just have a look at it, see if there's any markings, unusual markings, anything that makes it stand out. And if you want, if that feels right for you, to ask if there's a name. And I'm going to ask if there's any information that your caribou, your spirit guide, would like to convey to you now for that process to happen, and for you to be able to receive and access that information clearly in a way that you can understand and receive that message now. Thank you. And if there's anything you'd like to ask your reindeer spirit guide, any questions or an intention if you'd like to set, to ask them now. And it feels like if there's something that you want to know the truth about, to ask or make that request, to set that intention. Thank you. So you might not necessarily receive the information straight away. Hearing it's a process, it's a journey. There might be other bits of information that you need to know first, before this information it is that you've been wanting or asking for comes to light for you. But it will, because you've asked the question. So you will receive the answer in some way, shape, or form as you travel on this journey of freeing yourself from illusions and learning the truth for yourself. And to know that your caribou spirit animal is going to be there with you from this day forward, and that you can call upon it at any time for support, for help to see the truth, for some help to free yourself from illusions. Whatever the case may be, you'll know when you need to call upon caribou. You'll just feel it. But I'm also feeling like there will be signs as well. If your caribou is trying to get your attention, maybe you'll just see lots of reindeer imagery, this sort of thing, as a reminder that reindeer is there and wants very much to connect with you, or maybe they have some information to give you, this sort of thing. And then just thanking your Caribou spirit guide. And I just have again, I want to say Indigenous elder, this elder caribou coming forward with a message. And the message is that breaking through veils of illusion can be painful. That seeing the truth after you have been manipulated into seeing an illusion after such a long time can be painful, can be devastating, can really rock you and shake your foundations. But the illusions are a form of entrapment, they're a manipulation, they're a way of control, they're a way of keeping you small. Ultimately, they are a violation of your consent, of your power to choose. And it is deciding to see the truth, deciding to ask for the truth in all things, is how you take back your power. Is how that you can make informed decisions and give informed consent and decide for yourself to stand fully in your power. It's only then when you see the truth that you can do this and stand into your sovereignty. As the unbelievably powerful being that you are. And that the powers here on earth that have malevolent intentions have kept truths from you to entrap you, to control you, to manipulate you, because they are scared of you coming into your power. They are scared of you realizing your strength and how powerful you are, because once you do that, you are no longer manipulated, you are no longer easy to control. You are a force to be reckoned with. And ultimately, they are scared of losing control and the power that they have over you. So they keep the truth from you. So, truth seeker, while the path might be difficult, to not forget your path, to not forget this truth that you seek. We see you, we feel your fiery determination to uncover the truth, to hold that vibration of truth, to honor the truth within you and around you, to speak your truth. And while this journey is not an easy one, you can do it. You will do it. It is written. To not give up, to keep going and walking on this path that you've laid out for yourself. This one of truth, to free yourself from all the veils of illusion, to stand in your truth, to see the truth of all that it is around you, to uncover the truth of who it is that you really are. The truth is powerful. You are powerful. And the truth will set you free from control, from manipulation, from the power that these dark energies have over you. That once you come into the light of the truth, you will be set free. The truth will set you free. Remember that. As this caribou bows to you now, acknowledges you, your strength, and this journey that you have undertaken. It is an act of honor. He is honoring you and your power. And when you're ready, just exiting out that door that we came in. Closing it behind you, but also knowing that you can go through that door at any time to communicate with your animal spirit guide that is Caribou. So I'm just going to bring up Gaia's energy to ground you into your Earth Star chakra. So it comes up into your feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, and into your root. Into your abdomen, chest, down your shoulders, arms, and into the palms of your hands. Grounding, earthing, anchoring, connecting, and aligning you to Gaia's beautiful energy. Up into your throat. So something here about helping you to speak truth. support coming in for you for that. Veils of illusion being lifted around your purpose and what that really is, why you are here on earth, what you came here to do. So I'm just seeing there's so many veils of illusion in relation to Earth itself. Like I'm seeing fossils, artifacts, I'm seeing the pyramids, I'm seeing loads of things in relation to things that have been dug up, that have been in the earth, or also the ancient monuments that are already on the earth, that there's loads of veils of illusion around them, that the truth has yet to be revealed, but that it's going to come to light. I'm also hearing about aliens, galactic energies, veils around that, and what the truth is in relation to that. Truth in relation to star systems, like I had mentioned about Earth being a star nation and that truth being revealed. So other truths being revealed about other star nations, star systems. I'm also hearing like declassification of like FBI documents and stuff like that, experiments that have been done, war crimes, truths coming to light around all of these. And it's very interesting that the light has changed in here now, and it's got really dark, but then there's this white light just around me, that it might be symbolic of the illusions, the shadows that have been cast, but there is a glimmer of light for you to see that truth and walk this path. Light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. Because it just feels like there are so many topics that I could touch on here, where there have been illusions woven around and truth coming out. I'm hearing, there's a few sort of things that are coming to mind now, but I don't want to say them because I'm afraid I'm going to get censored, things like this. World events, just things not being as they are shown or as they appear to be on the world stage. I'm also around celebrities, Hollywood, these sorts of things, if you catch my drift. Something to do with space travel, rockets, illusions in relation to that. Something to do with technology, but also like technology that's been kept from us, that could benefit mankind, where everybody could have this technology, but it's the truth is being withheld, or it's kind of like they're saying we don't have this technology when we do have this technology, this sort of thing. To do with like powering homes, powering cars, these sorts of things. Much more environmentally friendly technology is what I'm feeling. And less of a reliance on like coal, oil, these sorts of things, that they do have the technology, they do know how to use it, but they haven't released it on a mass scale, and there's a reason for that, and there's an illusion around that web of lies and things like that. Illusions around food, genetics, DNA, I'm hearing, your own physical body and what it can and can't do, your power, and how powerful you are, illusions around that. Divinity, source consciousness, the collective consciousness, and like magical powers is what I'm hearing, and the capabilities of humans and humanity, what their full potential is. Also hearing like energies such as unicorns and dragons, illusions that have been woven around them, history, famines in particular. Basically, there's a lot. There is a lot of webs of illusions that have been weaved around a lot of different things. So a lot of truth coming to light, you asking questions, you asking for the truth to be revealed to you on a whole variety of topics. It feels like that sort of stuff will be coming to the fore, and the light is going to be shone on it, so the truth is going to be revealed. As Gaia's energy continues up into your face, cheeks, chin, forehead, crown, soul star, stellar gateway, and up further still, where you're going to be plugged into either a galactic grid or an earth grid, depending on what's best for you at this time, so that you're fully and completely supported above and below, held within a sacred container to walk this path of truth and piercing through those veils of illusions and freeing yourself from illusion. So disillusionment energy coming up as well. You might feel that once you pierce that veil of illusion and learn the truth, that you feel disillusioned by all the lies that have been told. This sort of energy coming in strong too. So again, they want me to reiterate that this is a process. Again, it's a journey, it's initiation. This healing activation is an initiation for this journey, for traveling on this path where you learn the truth about yourself, about the world, whatever the questions that you've been asking might be, but you learn the truth of that, and then it's going to be a process. It's going to be steps and a journey. Okay, so I'm going to leave some guidelines down in the description box about how to look after yourself after you've received this energy, because it is high vibrational energy, really high vibrational energy. And that, like I said, there might be some physical detox symptoms and even emotional ones as well that might come up for you to clear, to work through. I'll leave some guidelines down in the description box, like I said, but also do check in with yourself to see what the best way is for you to support yourself after this session. To lie down, probably for about an hour, maybe 2. You can't really go wrong with the lying down and the resting, to allow the energy to settle and integrate. And you might even receive some information, some downloads, even some truth energy. The Caribou energy might step forward for more communication and messages. You never know, but putting that out there. As I close down, just again making sure that you're fully grounded, earth anchored, connected and aligned into the heart of Gaia. You're fully embodied, or as much as you can be, and any excess energy is brought down through your chakras and sent into Gaia to be grounded. Now please, asking your healing teams of light to balance, harmonize, stabilize, recalibrate, realign all levels, layers, bodies, fields, and systems of you to truth and to freedom from illusion. Thank you. I'm going to ask Archangel Zadkiel just to pass a violet flame down through your entire energy field to clear, cleanse, completely remove and transmute any energetic debris or any sort of veils or any sort of energy that might be left as a result of this healing and activation. So just asking like why it's looking very dark, and that's what it's feeling like. It might look very dark the more you learn the truth of the situation, but there is always going to be that light at the end of the tunnel. That things might look quite dark, but there is always going to be that light. You just need to find it. If you can't find it, if you can't see it, if you can't feel it, to ask your healing team of light to help you. If you're in that space now, feeling like you're in the dark, that there's just so much that's been revealed to you and it's very hard to come to terms with, and you're feeling that you're in that dark place, to just ask your healing team of light to help you see, hear, feel the light, because it is there and they will show it to you. And you're gonna make it through. Just asking the healing teams of light to close down anything that was opened, healing portals, vortexes, channels, sacred space, chakras, anything that was open, close it down. Anything that was open, close it down now, please. Thank you, Zadkiel. Gonna ask to be disconnected from all those souls that I've connected into for this session. And if there's any cords that have been formed between us, I'm just going to ask the angels to pull them all out now, to transmute that energy and to heal and repair all the areas where those cords have been pulled out between us now, please. Returning your energy to you, returning my energy to me, so we are separate and independent once more. Thank you. And thanking all the energies that were present for this session today. Angels, dragons, unicorns, fairies, the elemental energy, earth energy, Gaia, the caribou reindeers, rainbow energy. You. Thank you all so very much, from my heart to yours. Namaste. Okay. Whoa. Quite a hard-hitting energy with that one. The truth. Freeing yourself from illusions. Yeah, that was unexpected. Hopefully you made it this far. Thank you so much for being here. If you have, do let me know what you thought of this channeling by leaving me a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, again, a reminder to just check out those guidelines after receiving this energy healing on how to support yourself. And best of luck on your journey to seeing the truth, to standing in your power and freeing yourself from illusions. Thank you so much for being here, for tuning in. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.